Good morning. So let's talk about free will. There's been huge debates for like ever whether free will even exists or not, and I'm pretty sure it does. So let's start with willpower. You know, we all know what willpower is. It's like your determination to get something done, to achieve a goal, or to some kind of destination, to get from A to B, whether that's physical thing, a mental thing, spiritual thing. That's what willpower is. And our free will is the ability to implement that drive in an informed way. Okay? So, for an example, if you want to get from one end of the country to the other end, and you start off down a motorway, and you're driving along this road for miles and miles, and you've got you've got enough fuel, you've got enough food, water, you've got everything you need. You're going down this motorway until you get to the end of it, and then you have a choice to make. You have a choice to go this way or that way. Okay, that's where free will comes into play. Now, if those roads are signposted, this way equals 100 miles, that way equals 200 miles. If it's signposted, then we have a informed choice to make. Okay, if we want to go the short way because we're dependent on time, that just means, we want to go to the 100-mile path. If on the other hand we've got time and we want to, go to scenic routes, then we'll take the other road. That right there is free will, because you've had the ability to make a choice, an informed choice. That makes it free. If it's not informed, then it's going against your free will. If somebody lies to you or deceives you, then that's no longer free will. But of course we can deceive ourselves, or our education can deceive us. We don't have all the information. And to be honest, unless you're enlightened, we're all going to be in the dark to some extent. So you see, it's the actual choice that is the free will. Now, I've had conversations with people on the internet about whether free will exists or not, and these people say it doesn't exist because of cause and effect, right? Action and reaction, which means that we are propelled to do something because of maybe a whole host of different causes, right? That make you choose one way rather than the other. Okay, but that's not what free will is. Free will is the ability to make a choice that is informed. How can I put this? Let's say you come to the end of the motorway and you've got 100 miles one way, 200 miles the other way, and your time restricted, right? You're supposed to be somewhere important, within 3 or 4 hours, okay? So most times you'll choose to go the short way, right? Because you're time restricted, and that's what most people would do. But in actual fact, you have a choice. You can turn up late. You can go the scenic route. You always have a choice. But it's only a free will. It's only a free choice if you are informed. And you know, people deceive you. Your education may be lacking. You know, you might be naive, credulous. You might be ignorant. You know, what do they call it? Some, not mental dissidence, but what? Oh, I can't remember. But it's when, you know, you just don't recognise what's in front of you. Then it's not free will. It's like there is a matter of degrees of free will. You know, from nothing, from not being told anything, to being enlightened, right? And the closer to enlightenment, the more informed you are. You know, action and reaction. If you make this choice, then you're going to know more what the outcome is likely to be, and the more enlightened you are, the greater your free will becomes, because you're more informed, right? That's why certain people, they have to tell you what they plan to do, because otherwise it's breaking your free will. And that's not, you can't do that. You can't do that in this universe without consequences. You have to be honest to a point, otherwise the karmic debt is going to come back to you. Okay? So that's free will. It's just about choice. And the more informed your choice is, the greater your free will is. You know, if you're a drug addict and you're dying for a hit, you may know that that's going to be the last thing you do. And every cell in your body might be screaming out for the next high. And yet you still have a choice. You can still say no. People get off of drugs, right? They do that. So it's not that you're propelled or coerced or guided to make a certain choice in life, because you always have that choice. It doesn't matter if there are causes behind your decision. It doesn't matter. The point, the free will, is that you have a choice. That's all it is, a choice. And the more informed that choice is, the greater your free will. And it's like your willpower to get a certain thing done can be hindered if you've got a choice to make in achieving that goal. That can be hindered if you've got a choice to make and you don't know what those choices really are. You don't know the consequences of those choices. Basically it's the consequences. The more enlightened you are, you can see that 2 + 2 = 4. You can see where you come from, and you can see where you are now, and so you can see the direction you're travelling in. So free will is just choice, and we always have a choice. It's just the more informed it is, the greater our free will is, and it's the greater our ability to implement our willpower becomes. You see? Get from A to B, but to get there you have to make choices along the way. And if those choices are informed, then you get to go this way or that way. That's free will.